White privilege? No, it doesn't exist. White people, do you ever get tired of hearing about white privilege and wondering when the hell can you cash it in? Nope, it don't work like that. Sorry, white person. Now, if you're born to a family that's pretty wealthy, yeah, you're going to be more privileged than most other people. Now, I feel the same exact way about a black card. I don't give a damn about a black card. Y'all can have it. Take it away. I'm not black enough for y'all anyway, because I got different views of unpopular views of how black people are supposed to think. I reject the liberal white man's way of thinking. But I'm the bootlicker, right? Now, I don't need the symbolization of some stupid, young, privileged white girl that come from a rich family that dyed her hair purple to tell me that I'm black and I'm oppressed and I can't get ahead and, oh, it's so hard for me to make it to the DMV and I need an ID. I don't need that stupid symbolization. I don't need white people to get on their knees and kiss my feet and tell me how much greater they are than me and how much I lack education and I'm not as smart and privileged as they are. I don't need that symbolization from white people. I don't understand how black people accept this. It's literally a mockery from white people. I'm an Uncle Tom because I don't identify with George Floyd. I don't see myself in George Floyd. I don't see my brother in George Floyd. I'm an Uncle Tom. But y'all ignorant anyway, because Uncle Tom actually refused to sell his people out. But y'all don't know y'all history. But y'all say, I don't know my history. NASCAR Cup. Y'all remember Bubba Wallace? He actually won that race recently by default because of the weather. He was already in the lead, but they stopped the race or couldn't continue the race because of the weather. So by default, he wins since he was already in the lead. Now, y'all remember this half-breed who's black and oppressed, who's actually sponsored by Michael Jordan and McDonald's, the two biggest brands in the USA or perhaps the world. Now, Bubba Wallace, y'all remember him, the wannabe black race hustler, talking about, oh, is a noose hanging up inside of his garage door where he parked his NASCAR? Like, these so-called hate crimes that these invisible white Klan members, they just plant nooses all around. They try to get LeBron James. They try to get Juicy Smollett. Now they're trying to get Bubba Wallace and all of these stupid hate crimes. You always got to be cautious about them because usually they're planned out. And this one, Bubba Wallace and whoever else was involved with it are just stupid as hell because it was a string to pull a garage door up and down. I don't even think it was fat enough to actually be a noose that you get hung with. And even when you see a rope with a knot, why is that always related to black people? Why? Oh, Nate, you don't know your history. A rope is used for multiple things. You could use it to pull up and down a garage door. You could use a rope to tie your boat up so it don't just sail off when you park it. I don't know my history. You don't know your history. Plenty of white people actually been so-called lynched as well with a noose. Think about it. America lynched Nathaniel Gordon, who was still participating in the slave trade, although it was illegal. He was collecting slaves around the world, and America sentenced him to death to die in the public eyes where white folks and black folks could witness him being hung by a rope/noose. Plenty of white people have been executed by nooses as well. So why, when we see a noose, we automatically assume black people? Even around the time the KKK was going around, so-called lynching people, there was also black vigilantes out there also going around lynching white people with these nooses. So I don't like that we always, when we see a noose, we relate it to black oppression or always some kind of hate crime. That don't make no sense to me. Now, is it me that don't know my history, or is it you that don't know your history? Because them ropes been used on white folks and black folks throughout world history. So why is a rope considered blackness? The KKK was affiliated with the Democratic Party. It was to intimidate black people from voting and to intimidate white Republican people from voting. The Democratic Party is the KKK. They always been anti-black. Today they're anti-black. They look down on black people. They don't think we're smart enough. They don't think we're wise enough to get anything accomplished on our own. They want control. They want to bring slavery back. You know, black people was better off before the whole civil rights movement. I know a lot of y'all don't understand that, but look at it. 80% of black people that have families was getting married. Now it's the complete opposite, where 75% of children as black are born out of wedlock. How is that happening? The welfare state. We participated in a stupid civil rights program, which included the welfare, and not everything that was related to civil rights was a positive thing for black people. It actually hurt us in a lot of different ways. Do your research on it and don't just go off of what these white liberals are teaching you, because they don't want you to really know the history. Black people before civil rights had businesses and we was running it. That's when all these different black Wall Streets y'all love to brag about was going on all around the country. We had businesses, bus companies, our own banks, everything. But you know, the winners get to write the history books, which the KKK Klan members / Democrats, they get to write the history books. And all we get to see is, oh, black people was oppressed. We couldn't use the same water fountain, and they spraying black people with water hose. Now, yeah, it was people that was protesting, of course. But let me ask you, black man, do you think that was going on all around the country, everywhere you go? Black people that's being lynched, black people that's being sprayed with water hose. Even if you look at history, even white people was unjustifiably treated as well in America. More negative things came out of the civil rights movement than positive things. But all we know is what the white person taught us in school, so we don't know anything else. Family stuck together. If black people were so worse off, why was we more family oriented before the civil rights movement? Why is the white liberal power structure basically taking the father out of the home, encouraging black women to raise their children on their own? Because they want the white man to be the black woman's daddy. They don't want the black man to stay at home and raise his children and provide for his family, because they'll do it for him. And they'll get a black woman the very minimum. The whole child support system, the whole welfare system is a welfare state. Do your research on the civil rights movement. See how black people was thriving before the civil rights movement, and then get back to me and let me know. The winner get to write the history books. That's how things work. Think about it. We've recently experienced in 2020 a summer of this great peaceful organization called Black Lives Matter. They done burnt down a whole damn near half of the damn country, every city. They was tearing up. They even conquered some cities. They came closer than the white people did to actually overturning the government. In a lot of these cities, the police was told to stand down and let BLM and Antifa have their way. Am I lying? Or you wasn't born or old enough to see what happened in the summer of 2020. BLM burnt down precincts. They burnt down federal courthouse buildings all around the damn country. But the winner get to write the history books. They say it was a peaceful summer of 2020. Black Lives Matter and George Floyd stood for all of these positive things and made some great change for the country. The winners get to write the history books. And unfortunately, as of right now, the Democratic Party are the winners / Klan members, KKK. Now, talk about January 6th, right? Oh, the Capitol Hill. The Capitol Hill was white supremacists. They almost overturned the government. Even though nobody had no weapons and only one unarmed white woman was shot down by a black police officer, Ashley Babbitt was killed. Of course, there'll be a different reaction if it was a white cop who shot a black lady that was unarmed. But if you think about it, them white people ain't even come nearly close to overturning no damn government. But the winner get to write the history books. This was white supremacy on America. They tried to overturn the government and AOC was in danger and she was almost raped and killed and lynched like a slave. This is what y'all fall for. Anyway, was this conversation too deep for you? I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate everybody who share my videos, everybody who like my videos. I appreciate everybody who subscribed to my channel. Hey, I'm almost at 500 subscribers. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. My name is Nate Savage, and this is Savage 5050. Let me know what you think about everything I said. Peace.